Christ 17 TV, baby. You know what time it is when I got the throwback hat on. It's a throwback story. We're going to have to get on my Bill and Ted Christ 17 Great Adventure shit and get in the time machine. Back to the 90s. It was rough for me my whole childhood, and it didn't stop in my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? So, before my teenage years, I had a stepfather. He was half Cuban, half Puerto Rican. He was a mean son of a bitch. He was a Vietnam vet. He had Agent Orange, all the shit. And I just put it like this. When my mom was at work, this motherfucker would drink some Puerto Rican rum, Boca Chica, and he would like to fuck with me and my brother. And he was an abusive son of a bitch. That's a fact. Child abuse is definitely real. You know what I'm saying? He used to come in the room at night, man, and like go in our drawers, and if our shirts ain't folded up a certain way or our pants ain't folded up a certain way, he'd pull all them shits out. Wake us up. Sit us on the bed. Hit us. Fuck us up. Like all kind of shit. And tell us this is not how you fold your clothes. And his favorite word to me, because he was a Vietnam vet, is God forbid you get drafted. That's what he always used to tell me. God forbid you get drafted. He was on some militant shit, and if you didn't fold your clothes the right way, he's upside your head fucking with me. I remember this one night, he started in on my little brother, which is, I was probably, I want to say 12. He was 7, and he started hitting my brother. And I told him, get the fuck off my brother, just like that at 12. And you should have seen his face, because I never ever cussed around him. But once you start fucking with my little brother, it's a done deal. I don't give a fuck who you are. You ain't his daddy. You ain't my fucking daddy. That's a fact. So he fucked me up for about 20 minutes. I went to school with a bruise right here, right? On my chin, it was like a fat knot. So I'm going to school. Now they want to send me to the office to talk to the counselor. And they had like some social worker lady there. All my life, boy, they tried to send social workers and all kind of shit, because we was poor and we was in like bad conditions from place to place to place. We never really had a steady place to live till we got to Taylor Avenue in the Bronx. We had a cool spot. But this guy, stepfather dude, left me all bruised up here. It's like a knot on my chin. He took his fist and hit me underneath my chin like 4 times. Because I told him, get your fucking hands off my brother. So he sent me to school all foul, bruised up. Teacher sent me to the office. Office had some social worker there, and they asked me all kind of questions. Who did it to you? How's your living thing? Who do you live with? All this bullshit. So what I told them is, I got jumped on the way to school. That was it. I got jumped. I got punched. I got kicked. I'm not going to say that shit happened at home so you can come to my house and try to say, take me and my little brother from my mom and put us in some foster home. No. It's not going down like that. I was already up on game like that since a little kid. I got another story for another time when I was a little kid and a social worker tried to have me take me to where my mom lived at, which we were in like back and forth between 2 spots then, but that's for a whole nother time, and it's going to be a good one. So this was going on for months, even a year and a half, and I told my mom. She confronted him And he's telling no, he's outside playing rough with them kids. They're playing tackle in the snow and this, all everything but him. But every time that my mama left and he drank the motherfucking Boca Chica, and he was such a fucked up, angry drunk, he would even fuck with a dog. He brought us home a dog one time. And some guy would just walk in and gave him a dog that he couldn't keep. It was a mixed dog. It wasn't no pit, no German It was, to be honest, I don't know what kind of fucking dog this shit was. It was mixed. But we named him Cujo. And this motherfucker will fuck with the dog when he's drunk too. And I'm like, you know what? This guy's just mean as fuck. He fucking with me, my brother, the dog. So, he coming there fucking with me again. Hitting me, doing this bullshit. Now, he told me, don't tell my fucking mom or I'm gonna really hurt you. So, what did I fucking do? I told my mom. Cause you already fucking really hurting me now. So, I mean, what's worse? Keep getting fucked with every day. So, this is the illest shit. He used to go downtown every day. He was a Vietnam vet, so he went to the VA hospital during the morning. He would go down there probably about 9, come back about 2 or 3. So my mom was so cold, she had it planned, and this is the most foul part, that I had to move away from my friends on Taylor Avenue because of this fucking guy. This fucking stepfather dude. You know what I'm saying? And the cold part is he wasn't too bad when he didn't drink. But when he drank, he was like a monster, man. I'm not going to lie to you. That's why I don't like angry drunks to this fucking day. I drink, I'm happy. I want to joke around, have fun. Angry shit, dead all that, because I've been around that shit. That shit is whack. So my mom been planning for like, I want to say 2 months to bounce on this guy. But she really didn't know how to do it. So she did it the best way she knew how, which is the second time she did some shit like this. She did this shit to my brother's dad, and that's for another story too, an ill shit. So one day she tells me, we're going to leave here in a week. I said, what? Okay. So she had already went and talked to a place that rent out spots. So she went uptown to 213 during the morning time and seen it was quiet as hell. Never went to took her time to go there at night and see. It was ill too. So one day, as soon as the dude leaves, stepfather, to the VA shit, we load a big truck comes and we load up all the shit and we move. And we're all the way uptown on the 2 line now. It's just like far from my block, like really far. So after that, we move all the shit in and we think we scot-free. So the movers go back. They go back and they got some stuff they got to clean out of there that we didn't want, that was trash, that I guess they might keep it or do whatever, right? So to make a long story short, they were there by the time he got back from the VA program. And do you know these motherfuckers told him what block we lived on? Didn't give him the address, just told him it was on this block. And we actually lived, it was the 3rd building from the corner. So, come to find out, this motherfucker got the block now. Now, we think we away from him. We scot-free. There ain't no more fucking with me, picking on me. About a month and a half, 2 months, this motherfucker found a spot. He's talking to my mom, woody woo, patching shit back up. He's back now. Now he's at our new place. Now I'm already hanging with older kids now and kids who not playing no bullshit, carrying guns or all kind of shit. So this motherfucker was the ultimate shit. I was, let me see, I was 15 then. Then I was 15. So this is probably, I want to say 1993. I was 15 or barely going to turn it. But the people on the block asked me to hold a book bag. So the book bag, I didn't even look in the book bag, but I knew what was in the book bag. So I took the book bag upstairs, put the shit under my bed, and they wanted me to hold it for like a day or two. I did that because I was doing other shit outside. Now that I moved to a whole different neighborhood, I started to meet different folks, older folks, and I lived right on the like spot where the shit was going down. So I was doing me. So 2-3 days passed, and the person who gave me the backpack told me to go upstairs and grab the backpack. So here I go. I run upstairs. I go get the backpack. But guess what? The motherfucking backpack is not under my fucking bed. So now I go out there and say, yo, where's the backpack at? He's like, yeah, you want to bring shit like that here in the house? I took that shit downtown. It's gone. Now, I'm holding this shit. I'm responsible. So I told him, go get the fucking shit. And he looks at me like, who the fuck are you talking to like that? He gets up and raises up. I said, matter of fact, I'll go downstairs and tell the person whose backpack it is what just happened. So I go downstairs. I tell my big homie, and he's the one who asked me to hold the shit. And now he has a talk with him. And whatever this motherfucker said to him, he walked upstairs, didn't say a word to me, didn't even look at me in my face. He went inside that room. He got dressed. He took his motherfucking ass downtown, wherever he took the fucking backpack filled with the things that was inside the shit. And he brought that shit back without any explanation. So I just know whatever he told him was, your life is going to be done with. So I know that for a fact. So now he brings that back. So now he knows I'm doing shit here in the crib. So I'm keeping shit. So now money starts coming up, gone. My little weed start coming up, gone. And even my mom's little weed bags, because she'll buy her weed from downtown. She had a spot that she went and got some fat nickel bags. You could roll like 2-3 blunts out of a nickel bag then. It was good ass weed. You got downtown in Harlem. But yeah, so one day I moved the couch, and it was a rug, but then it was a couch on top of a rug. And I had to move the couch. When I moved the couch and lifted up the rug, you know, there was all kind of shit this motherfucker in the store that he had stashed this under the rug, underneath a couch. Weed, money, some other shit. I mean, this motherfucker was a thief, stealing from my mom. He wasn't bringing in no money. I don't know what the fuck she seen in this motherfucker. He scared my little bro to death because he already was hit, and he wasn't old enough like me yet to be like, fuck you. Okay? So one day he's going down to the VA, and he's gone again from like 8 to 3, 8 to 4, and that's when I used to be going to school. I used to have to go to school or come back from school and wait on the corner till I see him come out the building. I would hide behind the icebox and watch him walk down the block, and that's when I would come right and go right upstairs to my crib knowing nobody's there. So he went down to the VA hospital, and he never came back. And I'm like, okay. And it was a whole day, so I'm thinking, well, maybe a motherfucker found somebody else. I hope. and leave me, my mama, and my little bro alone. It was 2 days past. Nothing. Now I'm like, okay. Did something happen to him? 3 days pass. Nothing still. 3 fucking days of still nothing? Now my mom's starting to get a little worried. She did care for the guy. I mean, I'm not going to say every second he was a piece of shit, but there was certain things I picked up from him that were good. I'm not going to say everything about him was dog shit, but he couldn't drink, and after that, he turned into a piece of shit. So let me just say that. But so now my mom starts calling around, calling freaking hospitals, and sure enough, after a few calls, they got him. He's in the hospital. So my mom goes and sees him. And she's there for like 2-3 hours. And when she gets back, she's like, he's not doing good. I said, what happened? So I guess him coming from the train station, it was like probably about 6-7 at night, and it was already dark time. He was walking down, I think it was 211th and White Plains. As soon as you come out the Gun Hill train station, like right where I got jumped, but on the other side. So I guess motherfuckers tried to rob him, and they stomped him out so bad that his head was like wham, looking like a kickball. So he was in there for about 2 weeks, and he finally came back, and he had this fucking smell on him that was like, oh, like every time I walked in the house, I was like, oh my fucking God, I had to spray some. Mama's always got the incense on, but he had this like, I don't know, the smell. It was like a hospital death smell. It's like the motherfucker was dying. It was the most illest, nastiest smell that I smelled. So he ain't even fuck with me no more. After that, he got stomped, almost killed. I mean, they did him wrong. His whole face, I mean, I don't know what he did, but he got what he deserved for all the shit he did to me, and my little bro came back to him. You want to put your hands on somebody, now here's karma. It might have took a while, because I sure was getting my ass whooped for a while till I got a little bit big where he started second guessing shit. And my friends were even bigger than me. So all that shit stopped, but he still fuck with my little brother, because I was always outside and not upstairs all the time no more, because now I'm just outside in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So finally, the way we got rid of him is we moved back all the way to California. And I will tell you why we moved back to California in a whole different story. But I just wanted to tell you, in life, child abuse is real. And you will it'll come from somebody who ain't even supposed to be in your life, but just walked into your life. Not even your real dad, not even your real mother. It could come from a stepmother, stepfather. It could come from an uncle. It could come from anybody. But the abuse is real. I lived through it, and karma is real too, because he had to live through it, and they almost kicked his head off like a kickball. But hey, this is Christ 17, man, trying to give you, son, a throwback story. You know, this ain't the greatest, happiest one, but this is life. This is what happens. So just remember, stand up for yourself. If somebody's hitting you when you a little kid, tell somebody, man, you got to speak up. Don't never hold that in, because it's going to repeat. So I stood up, told my mom. We moved the whole shit, but he still found us. This motherfucker was like Columbo. I don't fucking know how he did it, but he found us. But at the end, we shook him, and we went all the way back to California, back to the TL. And then we came back a year and a half after that, and my mom still lived in the Bronx to this day, and I'll be going to see her soon. So this is Christ 17 with another throwback story in the time machine. Christ 17, baby. We out of here. Like, subscribe, comment, And please share my videos. Catch you on the flip side, player. Christ 17.